Wake your ass up
or take a damn nap.
And we're the three best friends that anybody could have.
It's time.
Sean, you were twerking. That's going to happen.
Murph, don't be a dick all your life.
It's one of the more fun podcasts I've ever done.
Hey, I tell you what, if you're not talking about sports in the man cave, I bet not say you got a bed.
That's it.
My guy, Big Stevie Lee, fresh off of vacation, and I think that's where we need to start this installment number 2. I mean, this guy is dedicated because 2 hours prior to this recording of this episode, he rushed back just for his brother from another to do this. Yeah. That's dedication, my friend.
It's all good, man. Vacation. I guess you can call it vacation. My wife's birthday.
Happy birthday, Summer.
Yeah, she's turning 40. Ooh. And we lived it up in Las Vegas, had a really, really good time with some friends, some married couples. And, yeah, man, I'm hurting. I'm hurting right now.
Hey, maybe this was part of the contributed to the hurt right here.
Oh, no question.
Oh, yeah, my God. So shirt unbuttoned all the way down.
Yeah, man. And the taco meat is right there, you know. And you can't see it from this picture, but the gray has gone from the beard down to the chest, man. So, you know, I match. You know, I'm coordinated from the beard to the chest, man. It was a good time, dude. Right next to that booth is the DJ booth, and so that's and it was Cascade was DJing the pool party, and I'm just like, dude. This was wild. Like the energy in the building, well, outside, it was fantastic. Las Vegas does parties like no one else, man. I mean, I'm talking $1 million light shows. You know, you got the fog machines, confetti. It's like you won a championship game every time a new song comes on.
Oh yeah. I've never had a bad time in Vegas. I've only been like 6, maybe 7 times. How often
only been 6 or 7 times
in my life?
Well, only though, man. Or have you ever visited another city more than that?
That's a great question.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have to get back with you on that because I want to be honest with you.
Right. When you say only 6 times, I think that's a good amount right there, man.
That is. I think New Orleans may be 3rd. 5 times.
Gotcha.
I need to broaden my horizons and go outside of North America.
Go outside of North America. Have you gone to or Mexico?
I've been. Yes. Now,
the good thing about living in Austin is Mexico is so easy to get to.
Oh my God, Stevie, that Southwest flight to Cancun or Cabo.
Yeah. Right there, directly. I mean, you can get on the plane with flip-flops and your bathing suit and touch down in Cancun and go straight to the beach, man. And I only know that because I've done it before.
They frown upon men wearing Speedos on the flight, though.
Hey, man, they frown upon it. It ain't illegal.
It's not. Hey, it's covered.
You can frown all you want, but if I'm comfortable, I'm gonna do it, man.
Man, you know what? That's what I like about you. You're comfortable in your own skin.
No question.
If you ever reached a point in your life that, you know what, you tell your wife, Summer, I think I'm in a Speedo phase.
Yeah,
and you're gonna do it.
The bad thing about it is, you know, you marry somebody that match your energy. She'll probably be like, let's do it. Should I get a matching bathing suit? I'm like, you got to bring me down sometimes. Like, don't let me go with every crazy idea that comes in my head. You know, I'm like, hey, can I get a leopard Speedo? Yes, and I'll get a leopard bathing suit.
100% you can.
Yeah, you get a matching bathing suit with me, and we're on the beach just like that.
Man, I love it. And if no one's ever if you've never met your wife, yes, she is full of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of fun, just a great human being all around.
I appreciate that, man. That was strategic. I needed somebody to match my energy for sure.
Hey, you waited around, and hey, your picker was on point.
The picker?
You picked her. That was you selected her. The selection process was on point.
I think she would think that she selected me.
That's a great point.
Well, no, I think she selected me. We can get in that story. We can pull her in one of these. We can pull her in one of these episodes and get that whole story, man.
That summer, and she needs to pop in and defend herself if that's the case.
I'll tell you what it was we were back when we first met. Ken Solving, they turned into a co-ed dorm for the summertime, and that's where we met in Ken Solving, right there off of Dean Keaton.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm gonna say. We met at Ken Solving, which is during the school year, is an all-girls dorm.
Right.
In the summertime, when the football players needed to stay on campus for workouts in summer school, and that's what I did. It was co-ed, and that's where we met in that elevator. We met in the elevator, like Grey's Anatomy. You know how they all meet in the elevator and they fall in love in the elevators. But that's where we met 22 years ago.
God, time flies.
It does, man.
It doesn't even seem possible.
Yeah.
That was
so. Happy birthday to my wife. I met her when she was 17, and we still kicking it, man. So,
man, you guys do feed off each other, and the few times I've been around you guys, there is no doubt about that. It's a comedy show, but real life.
Yeah. I like that, man. I like it. Yeah. Well,
hey, before we dive into what you and I believe, and I'd say millions of others believe is perhaps one of the greatest weeks ever, give a shout out to our guys at Manscape.com and Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency here in Austin. But hey, this is the latest and greatest package from Manscape.com.
Oh, cool.
Man, this is what they call the ultra smooth package. Shaving care for down there, and that little razor length is not always the solution to everything. This little razor takes care of that German black forest below the belt. I'm just going to say that. And all the crop exfoliator and crop gel. It's a simple process, and Summer would be proud if you had one of those.
First of all, Sean, I'm going to ask you to stay out of my bathroom and bedroom. But second of all, I'm already a client of Manscaped, man. You know,
boom.
Yeah, no question. You know, I got I think the Manscaped 3.0 or 3, and that picture that you saw, that you just put up, you know, it would be a lot more gray there if it wasn't for Manscaped. All right, so there you have it. That's my confession for tonight.
Dark confessions, promotions, you know, endorsement.
Yeah, no question. So thank you, Manscaped.
Manscaped.com. Clients, happy clients everywhere.
Very happy.
My man, this is season opening week for the Texas Longhorns. You being a former Longhorn defensive tackle, really, you have a perspective I will never have. And I would venture to say 99% of anyone watching this will ever have, unless they're former college football players or former Longhorns. But specifically, what was it like as a player? Because I know every game's important, but the expectations are always sky high here in Austin for the Longhorns. But that season opening game, what are the emotions like? And does that week leading up to it, as we're about to enter, does it move like a snail?
Everything moves like a snail when you first go into training camp, which is like 3 weeks, 3 weeks before the kickoff. And it's a snail's pace. It's a grind. It's a grind. But then yesterday was 7 days to the game. So when you hit game week, it all changes. It's all different then, man. So game week, typically when I was in school, you know, school is starting back. So all the people are coming back to campus, and back then it was just the football team on campus during training camp, and you get tired of looking at your brothers all day. So you get to look at new people coming through now. You get to see all the pretty freshmen coming in. So that's exciting.
Fresh meat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it was that's exciting. But when it comes to the football side of it, man, getting in game week, you just hunger and salivating, man. Like I'm tired of hitting the same offensive lineman, and he's tired of hitting me. He wants some fresh meat to hit, and so we are out there just tired and tired of each other, mentally tired of each other, to where we just want to jump on something else. And when I played, it was whoever was going to be lined up in front of us the first game. I feel sorry for them, because we were ready to fight, we were ready to go then, right? So, I don't know, man. Game week it's hard to explain, because the first game week is really hard to explain, because we were just ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to go. And so I hope these boys are ready to go right now, because they got high expectations on them. But, Sark got to, they've done everything that they can during training camp. Now they got to sharpen their mind right now, because it's go time. So
their opening opponent, almost always, you guys, Texas opens up at home, almost always.
Yeah.
Louisiana Monroe, there's always, I'd say more often than not, an opponent like this he's a mid-level, mid-major group of 5 type conference program. ULM, they had Division I players, obviously. The state of Louisiana, you're familiar with Monroe. They used to be Northeast Louisiana back in the day.
Yep.
When you look at this team, who they have almost half of the faces on there were not here last year.
Yeah.
Which is very unique in itself. Is this game more about Texas itself or preparing for ULM?
Well, the way Coach Brown had us come up was, you never overlook anybody, right? Mm-hmm. And we didn't, because it was whoever's playing in front of you. You don't let this team beat you because you're thinking about next week. You know what I mean? And then if you lose this game, you don't keep thinking about a loss, and then let that loss linger into the next week and you lose again. So it was always what's up next, and that's it. That's all you think about. Now, this team, and what I'm excited to see is how we gel together, because you're right. 40 new players, never played with each other. That's tough. And but I think UNLM is a good school. It's a good program, because what was their record last year? They did okay, right?
I want to say, I'm going to look it up, because I got them confused for some reason with Western Kentucky. And I was looking at, because Stephen F. Austin, my alma mater, opened up yesterday and blew. They gave up 35 unanswered points. They were up 17-7. And, oh, my God, man.
Yeah.
Highly petrified about that.
So every year, there's always a team like UNLM that will upset somebody,
Yes.
So you don't want to be that upset team.
No.
So it could happen. So you just got to play who's in front of you every week.
They lost to LSU last year by only 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. They did really well last year. They can sneak up on you. So we really got to focus in and play UNLM and not try to be playing Alabama in our mind,
They were 4-8, but they had they were a team that was adapting. They got blown out a few times. They lost to Texas State by 8.
Okay.
But played Louisiana, which came to Texas last year, and that was their only loss to Texas. You know these Louisiana schools all too well, but it looks their last 3 games last year were decided by 5, 8, 13, which is 18. They lost the last 3 by a combined 21 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I knew they were playing good football last year, so we gotta look out for them. And we can't look on to the next game, which is a big one.
Yeah.
But play who's in front of you right then, right now.
So when you look at this Texas team, and you being a former player, you and the other former Longhorns, that you guys get to go watch them practice. There's all types of opinions. You guys, a defensive guy is going to see something differently than a former offensive player.
Mm-hmm.
But you see football, you see ball. When you take your opinion from what you've seen at practice, and then your other brothers and your buddies who are former Horns, collectively, what are you feeling?
So I had an argument with a buddy this weekend that I ran into in Las Vegas,
of all places.
Yeah, but I was fired up, ready to go. I want to see these guys out there, and then this person told me some things that he had seen, and I was like, I see that, yeah. And it kind of brought me down a little bit, took me off my high horse a little bit, and it was like, okay. And I say, well, all right, let's just stop talking about it and let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what it looks like. First game, this game week, and we'll see, man. But there are some question marks out there,
of course.
Yeah, and so, but we'll wait and see. I'm still up there. I'm still rooting for these guys, and I want everybody in the Burnt Orange to do well, from the coaching staff all the way down to all the players, all the way down to the training staff, man. I just want it to be good over there again.
Yeah.
It picks up the morale around the city too. Let's win.
Oh, without a doubt. Hands down it does.
Yeah. So I'm still optimistic that we are going to do very well this year. Very well.
So I hate this question, but I got to ask it. Because it's always a talk. What would be an outcome, a final score, whatnot, that you would be okay with walking away, heading into Alabama?
See, no, yeah. I hate that question.
I do too.
No, but it's a question that needs to be asked. I don't think there's a points that I want to walk away with. I want to walk away with a smooth execution of every play.
Right.
So whatever Sark calls on offense, I want to see it executed.
100%.
Positive yards every single play. Okay, maybe not every single play, because I also want to see adversity and how we respond to it, right? I want to see what we do on 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8, you're behind the sticks. I want to see what we do on 2nd and 15. I want to see I don't want to see a lot of penalties. And if we do, just get it out of the way right then, I might want to see a personal foul,
Oh, I want to see that anger. I want to see
I want to see one of these freshman linemen just mash some dude's face in the ground, and get a personal foul for it. I might cheer for it,
Yeah.
But I don't know what score I want to see, but I want to see execution. I want to see us on defense, getting to the quarterback without having to blitz. Right?
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah. And if we do blitz, it's what do you call it? A zone blitz or something like that, where you kicking a lineman out into short coverage and let the linebacker go in, and get a sack, right? But base coverages, base fronts, I want to dominate that way. That's what I would love to see in this game.
That was what I was going to say. Every first game, I don't care what team it is, what level, I want to see physical domination where you don't show a lot on film to your next opponent.
Right.
That's what these eyes are trained to see.
Right.
And but I think a lot of people, for the first time, and I can't remember the last time, I think a lot of fans are going to be watching the offensive line more than they ever have before.
Yeah. Yeah. And I am too, because I'm a positive guy, right? I'm going to be watching them, but I also want to watch the D-line.
Yeah.
You know, and I want, like I said, I want them to be dominant, be physical and dominant in just our base defense and base offenses. You know, we picking up tons of first down, just going student body right, student body left. You know, and we're getting to the quarterback with just our base defense. You know, and not having to blitz off the edge and all that stuff, but just getting after them with base stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
and if that results in, you know, 42-7, then I like it. You know,
I'll be smiling. We'll both be positive guys. We see all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, the new QB1 did talk. I think Quinn Ewers. I think he knows how to handle the media. He's not going to say too much. And I think when we see this soundbite, I don't think anything needs to be judged of him for people who may have seen this already. I'm sure they have, but he doesn't. When we play it, I want you to watch him. He's giving just enough information without divulging much at all.
Yeah.
And so I want to play this. This is Quinn talking about, number one, how Sark informed he and Hudson Card. And then the second part's about him making a dream become a reality. And that has been there's a lot of people who grow up to be Longhorns, and this is a true dream come true for a kid, and you love to see it.
Yeah, he spoke to us individually, and he just kind of wanted to respect, me and Hudson. And yeah, I'm just super excited. Super excited for this year. This has obviously been a dream for me. Growing up, I was a huge Longhorn fan, and I'm just excited to have the opportunity, and God bless me, and I'm just super humbled and excited.
See what I mean? He says all he needs to say. He's not going to go out of these boundaries.
Yeah.
I think you understand how it works.
So is he trying to get an endorsement NIL deal with some kind of mullet company, or?
Man, that mullet is legendary. You think it's better than Gundy's? I do.
Oh, you know what? No, Gundy's better because Gundy was a grown man going for it. You know,
he's a man.
Yeah, he's a man. He's 40. No, I like it. I like the cut, man. I like these kids playing with it and just everybody's feeding off their energy and things like that. But no, that was fun. That was fun for him to God bless me.
Yeah.
He meant that God had blessed me with this opportunity. Yeah, it wasn't like God bless me, So let's take it as that. But no, he seems like a good kid, man.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he won the position because it was a fair, from what I've seen and what I heard, that it was a fair fight. Like they gave him fair opportunity, both of them,
Yeah.
And this kid came out. So he is QB1 at the University of Texas. And we know we know who that is, all the way back from, the 60s, 70s, 80s, QB1 at the University of Texas, and now he's one of them, right? That's a lot to take on. That's his legacy. He was once QB1 at Texas, and he is now. And so he has to step up. I'm glad that he said he was a Longhorn fan all his life. because we like that. We love the story of coming all the way up at the University of Texas, growing up a fan, things like that. But it's a huge responsibility, and I want to see how he handles it. The jury's out on that, but we'll see this weekend. It's a big responsibility.
It's huge. A lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. And I was here when we had that. I want to say this diplomatically because I'm a positive guy, right?
Mr. Positivity.
Yeah, man. When we had the Chris Sims and Major Applewhite situation or debacle or whatever you want to call it. And then I was still here when we had the Chance Mock Vince Young switch over, you know what I mean? My senior year. And so I've seen QB1s here at the University of Texas, and QB1 at Texas and being named at QB1, it can make you or break you. We've seen it up through the years, it could make you or it could absolutely break you. And so this kid, don't take it lightly. You can't take it lightly because you're the leader. And it's going to be 100,000 people in the stadium. Sitting back was like, all right, you got it. Now let's see what you can do with it. And so that's pressure, That's pressure on the kid. And, I feel sorry that it is that kind of pressure on them, but this is what you sign up for, kid.
You want to be here? You want to play?
Yeah.
This is one of those golden opportunities in the entire country.
Yeah.
It really is.
And we're talking about UNLM. My first game in that stadium, I was backing up Casey Hampton. I was his backup. I'm a true freshman. He's a senior. And it was against a Louisiana team. It was the Raging Cajuns.
I remember this.
Lafayette. My very first game, very first play running out in DKR Stadium. We're playing, I think it was a 3 technique. And all through training camp, all through spring ball, I kept my eye on that ball. And when the ball snaps, I go. My adrenaline was rushing so much, man. I get down there, quarterback down, set. I jump off sides.
Oh.
5-yard penalty, number 65, off sides. I'm like, golly, just calm down, And so, you just got to play your game that you've been playing all your life and control your emotions. Don't jump off sides like I did. But yeah, I think he knows. I think there was a little bit of nervous energy in that interview, and I think I like that because he knows the responsibility that he has to carry this team on his shoulders, and so that type of nervousness is actually good. You're not cocky. You're not trying to be cocky because God bless him.
He blessed him.
God blessed him for this position, not God blessed me for getting this position. No. So I think it's good. I think he's going to be fine. Can't wait to see it. Let's see it on Saturday, man. Let's see. So
when that whole Sims and Applewhite debacle, we the QB, it's historically there's been a lot of QB battles at Texas. And there's been some great ones walk through here. When that was the locker room from the outside, we were thinking, oh, God, the locker room was divided. I was a lot younger then. We all were.
Yeah.
But was it as divided as we thought it was?
No. It wasn't. It wasn't. Even when I tell people when I played and things like that, that's the next question that they come up with is how was the team about all that? Who did the team want?
Yeah.
Well, we were on defense, so we didn't really care. We were doing our own thing on defense. But I did talk to a couple of receivers, and I won't mention their names. I don't think they really cared either. They just knew that if you had a man, I wish I could stand up and show y'all.
Yeah.
If you had a man right here on you and this hand was free to Chris Sims, you're open. Right?
Wow.
If the man is right here on you and your hand is up here, you're open to him. Now, if Major Applewhite is the quarterback back there, that's not open to him. You got to be a couple steps away from the defensive player as a receiver. You got to be a couple steps, and then that's when he thinks that you're open. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So he was, and all that is the risk taker, and and who's not the risk taker. So Major Applewhite wouldn't throw you the ball unless you were open. Chris Sims would give you a chance to fight to be open when the ball's in the air. So that was from actually a couple of receivers that played at the time. We were all just sitting around talking about it. So I don't think they really cared who was back there. It's just they had to move accordingly.
Yeah.
To who was in the backfield.
No, that makes sense because honestly, that's something I had never heard before.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a conspiracy. I laugh a lot when people still bring up all that was all politics. They promised Phil Simms' son an opportunity. I laugh all the time when I hear that.
Yeah, you got to think about it, man. I'm not going to put – if I'm Coach Brown, I'm not going to put my $5 million check in some kid's hand. Well, I guess he weren't making that much back then. Okay, $3 million.
$3 million.
In somebody's hand. Yeah, in somebody's hand because I promised his dad a position. I'm going to put the best quarterback back there so I can keep my job.
Yeah.
And so he and Greg Davis figured that every game they had the best person back there for that game, So when there were some changes made, but for each game, that game, you go with the position or go with the person that's going to win you the game because, he had a really nice houses that he had to pay for, He and Sally, they bought a bunch of houses around town, and Sally would renovate them and then move. And Coach Brown always make the joke that he before he leaves the office, he calls Sally and is like, "Do we still live here? Do I have to get him go to the other address or whatever? He send me the address of where we live now." So, but no, you go with who's gonna win you that game.
100% on that.
Yeah, because it's ridiculous to say that he had deals with Phil and all that stuff, and that we weren't. First of all, Coach Brown wasn't like that. Even in recruiting, I told you last week when he told me you're going to work for your position, nothing's going to be given to you, and that was across the board with every position.
And I'm glad you said that because oh my goodness, there's so many. That's the beauty of Texas football, though, because so many people follow it, and there's all these message boards, and then people are going to believe what they're going to believe. And I was working. I think my second job in the media at that time, second of 4, and I heard all those, and it just permeated throughout the great state of Texas. That, oh my God, there's conspiracy number 1, 2, always revolved around the quarterback. And I love it. I love that you cleared the air with that.
Well, everyone's going to believe the conspiracy because it's more entertaining, right?
Yeah, it sells.
Yeah, it sells. The conspiracy sells, man. Right? It's and that's part of it, man. It's part of big time college football and every big program. It's just part of it.
But you know what else is big, and you're able to enjoy it more and more every year, and that's the tailgating scene at Texas. And you got to admit, I just was able to become a real fan for the first time in 2 decades in 2019. Would you agree the tailgating has gone on to a whole nother level at Texas?
Yes. Yeah.
Unreal.
And with the school backing the tailgate, like the what is the athletic department actually really backing and encouraging tailgating and food trucks. Like, Austin is like almost a food truck capital.
Everywhere.
They got food trucks everywhere now. It's really it's good for me because it has become more of a family outing for us, right?
Yeah.
So I take my girls out there and we have a really good time, run into some old friends, come and get a beer, come and get a hot dog, but it's a whole experience. This week is going to be fun because, we're going to get back together with everybody on campus, and it's a night game. Pro tip, pace yourself. That's all. I'm just telling you to pace yourself. I'm not telling you not to have fun. I'm not telling you not to drink. Let's just pace yourself. Make it to the game, y'all. Please.
Yeah.
Don't get out there and just go hard because
it's game day.
You left your wife and new baby at home and she gave you a pass for the day. You go too hard. Once you hit campus, you go too hard and you just laid out and can't even make it into the game. So don't do that, guys.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. I might get a sticker. And when I see that guy when I'm going into the game, I just stick it on him while he's laying. Yeah, don't be that guy.
Hey, true story. So 2019, I realized I had never had a White Claw before. It was always vodka or beer. I'm a sipper.
Yeah.
And so there's a group of friends of mine at a certain tailgate. I love the Occupy left field guys, and then I'll bounce around and see you guys and others. Well, man, White Claw was plentiful then. And
really?
People still drink it. I'm not insulting anyone who drinks White Claw.
Oh.
So I was like, you know what? I'll try it.
Okay.
Well, I realized, especially that LSU game, man, those White Claws respect them, especially when it's hot. Because by halftime, I had this headache, and I went from 0 to 100 as a energy as a fan to I didn't have much for the second half at all. I hear
you. So I get into this debate with some friends. I got some golf buddies that when the golf cart person comes around, hey man, give me 3 White Claws. Like, White Claw?
Yeah.
White Claw? And there's some choice words that go around.
Give me that man card.
Yeah. So my theory stands from what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
All it is a bunch of sugar
and
alcohol. And so that's why the head was throbbing, because you were just drinking straight sugar.
That's all it was.
And they put a little alcohol in it. So you may as well just get some ice like a man. Just pour some whiskey in your cup with you don't even need a mixer, man. Just whiskey and ice. That's all you need. Yeah, just sip it. And if you think that whiskey makes you hot and it's going to be hot this weekend, just do a vodka. There's some great local Austin, Texas vodkas out there. I won't say their names because we need to get them as sponsors.
We do.
Yeah. Those free sponsorships on our show, right?
Oh, man, and there's quite a few in the beautiful community of Dripping Springs.
No question. Yeah. Yeah, there's one that you can, I don't know how to put this, Tito, that might want to.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, you've heard of Tito, right? Yeah, so that's a good one too, from Austin, Texas, And then what's that pool name over there by Deep Eddy? They might, that may be a drink of choice too.
Yep.
So if any of y'all are out there that that want us to sponsor and actually say your name,
a lot.
Email Sean Clinch.
We'll put it over here. We'll put or even Dripping Springs vodka, which is I love them all.
Yeah,
but I like Dripping Springs vodka as well.
You know what? We get Dripping Springs as a sponsor we may have to go out to the distillery and do a show.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Do the show from the Dripping Springs
Distillery.
South headquarters distillery for the inside the man cave.
Well, hey, we are all about it.
Yeah.
And if any of you with tasting rooms in Dripping Springs would like to invite us, let's talk business.
Let's talk business, right? Cut the check.
Stevie's the closer.
Cut the check. That's all.
Hey, what do you think the chances? And this is so funny at these tailgates this year. Will we see Bijan's Mustard? I got to bring this up. This is absolutely hilarious to me, but I'm really proud for the kid.
Yeah.
Man, this is funny. Bijan Mustardson, Bijan Dijon. I guarantee you, I would venture to bet that a third of the tailgates with food will have Bijan Mustardson available.
I will be disappointed if there's some still on the shelf right now. I think it should all be sold out, all at the University of Texas campus on Saturday morning. And all we eating are ham sandwiches with Dijon mustard on. Yeah, that's the only mustard that we can eat right now, man. And I wish that it was burnt orange and had a little Longhorn on it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, man. But hey, I'm behind the kid.
The kid.
Actually, I need to go throw all the other Dijon out of my house and go buy some.
We don't need that Grey Poupon.
No Grey Poupon, man.
And this is it's brilliant.
Bijan.
I love the logo, and everybody loves Bijan himself. That I tell you what, the kid is ahead of his years.
Yeah,
it's very rare any kid that age to embrace all of that.
You know what? You know how all these talk shows and people making fun of the University of Texas because we didn't have anyone drafted last year. I said, y'all can laugh all you want, but all that means is we got Bijan back.
Yep.
Right? That's all that means.
Great point.
You guys are not looking at big picture, right? Like, and then, you got the Texas fans like, man, you're just going to bring that up again. And I was like, you need to rejoice that we didn't have anybody taken because Bijan is back because he would have been the first running back off the board.
Yeah.
He's
easily. There's no doubts about that.
You are making fun and trying to jab at us for not having a draft, a kid drafted in last year's draft. That's a good thing for us.
Yes.
Put that on him, man, because we got Bijan back. Right?
It is.
I'm happy we got him back. I hope I pray that he stay healthy all year. I'm sure that they got him a great insurance policy. And but we get to see this kid run this year, and I wish him all the best. And this offensive line, they're going to be young, but you give him a sliver, he's gone.
No, he finds crease. If he can do that with that O-line last year,
yeah,
he'll have more opportunities.
Absolutely.
And I hope I don't want to jinx anything, but he runs like Emmitt Smith, avoiding significant contact.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's very few running backs are able to do that.
Yeah, know how to protect themselves. Yeah.
It's
Cedric Benson was good at that too. He knew how to protect himself because we ran him to the ground. Like I look up, I'm defense, so I'm sitting at the scoreboard. I was like, we gave it to him again. I listened to my coach talk, this, and this, look up. We gave it to him again. Okay. and he would just run it down he was a workhorse. Run it down your throat, run it down your throat, run it down your throat. But Bijan, we're gonna probably do that with Bijan, but Bijan knows how to protect himself. And just like Cedric did, he knew how to protect himself.
Ceddy B, number 32.
Yeah.
We all think about you, and
yeah.
I know you're in a better place, man, but we miss you.
Yeah,
no doubt.
For sure. Yeah. Rest in peace. Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
I am too.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, let's pay a tribute to our Longhorn for life, Jim Saxton. Before I've got a funny video afterwards. This is Jimmy, the OG of the Man Cave. He was here. He's been here with us since day number 1. For all of your insurance needs, look no further than our primary sponsor, Jim Saxton State Farm Insurance Agency. The ATX OG has been insuring Austin for over 3 decades. And get this, Jim Saxton is a Longhorn legacy. He is the son of the late, great James Saxton, who was a Heisman finalist. Be sure to give him a call, or better yet, visit his website, saxtoninsurance.com, and tell him that the stories inside the Man Cave Boys recommended you. Of course, Jimmy, they now have a new office. I've got to change that. He moved from Riverside nearby, so they have a new office away from he didn't say this. I'm going to say this. There's a little bit of a homeless issue over there. They've had some crimes over there, and he's in a much better place and higher traffic, thinking ahead from 2 or 3 years down the road. And
Yeah.
You being on the business side, you don't just do real estate, you're thinking of business growth all the time. And that's what he does. So new location. I will update that. I promise you. That's pretty significant. Hey, one thing that I love is just youth football teams, but I love when we get the mascots involved. You saw this piece of video, but I cannot wait to see your reaction live. I didn't pay attention to where this took place, but these mascots took this very seriously, if you will.
Yo, listen, dude, chill out, man. What was they? What they look like? 10, maybe 11,
if that.
Yeah, if that. Like that's like 8, 9-year-olds, and he's just still farming. Those were real still farms, man.
And hey, and the execution on that play, the pitch.
Yeah.
Nobody had pitch man.
Oh man. So I'm gonna be honest with you, man. If I had a kid out there, I probably would have ran on that field and knocked this dude out, man. Yeah. You just gonna stiff arm my kid like that? Dude, you're 48 years old.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. So a lot of people know that my wife was a cheerleader. And the mascot is part of the spirit group. So that's the mascot is a teammate of the spirit group. And so they would talk about the mascot and how that suit gets sweaty. It's stinky in there. So I'm thinking that this guy was just ready to get out of this. He was just mad to be in the suit. So he was taking it out on these little boys on the field. So that's all I can see. Like, it stinks in here. I'm ready to get out of here. They got me doing this gimmick game with these kids, getting them off of them, stiff arming them, cutting back on them. Just let me get out of this suit, man. That's what I'm figuring. He's just ready to get out of the suit. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for that.
For that one. But, man, he brought it. I mean, he did look like Cedric Benson running.
Hey, but listen, he knew what to do. He put it in the outside arm. He put the ball in the outside
side.
The outside arm and stiff arm with your inside arm. So he
did a good
Heisman some
man.
training. Yeah, man.
He put
some training.
That Heisman. Oh my God. So quick story. I did a mascot story one time with the Round Rock Express.
Uh-huh.
My God, have you been out there? You see the dog mascot, it's a human and a dog out with the overalls. I'm thinking, this is going to be a fun story. You know, baseball's in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
I put that outfit on. It was for mascot auditions. And man, I don't know if it's something that I wasn't aware of. But man, I got a little anxiety in that big old head.
Really?
I couldn't breathe. I was trying. I was like, I kept saying, how do you do this? I mean,
yeah.
I was like, man, I can't breathe in here. It's 120 degrees.
Yeah.
And
Did it smell? It was an okay smell. It didn't smell.
It smelled like garlic.
Yeah, man. So imagine being in that thing for 5 hours on a Saturday. You know.
Hook 'em. Hook 'em. Hook 'em. That's that mascot's name, right?
Yeah.
Hook 'em.
Yeah. Hook 'em.
I feel for him.
Yep. And they said that it doesn't smell pleasant in there.
Oh God. For your own sake, you better rinse your mouth out with some scope or something, man, or put a breath mint in, have a pocket full of them. But how do you get into your pocket and put it in your mouth?
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't break character either.
Oh, that's right. That would be our problem.
Yeah, breaking character. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Stevie, man, I can't wait, man. Saturday, what time will you be on campus?
Dude, I might get there early. I don't know. You know, nowadays it depends on what the schedule is for volleyball.
Yeah. Oh, your daughter's.
My daughter's volleyball schedule. But I think my wife's going to cover me and just let me get out there early, and they'll meet up with me. Hopefully she hears or listen to the show and can get the hint that she'll do volleyball on Saturday, and I can get out to the stadium early.
And you'll do it the morning of. Well, no, you can't do it morning of Alabama because Alabama's at 11.
Alabama's at 11 a.m.
You'll make up for it. Summer, I have good faith that your other half will make up for it if you take volleyball this coming Saturday.
Yeah.
You'll make up for it. It'll balance out.
I appreciate it.
Man, I've got you, man. I've got you.
I appreciate it. But she's excited about the season too, man. She's a bigger fan than I am.
Wow.
Yeah, she grew up Texas. Her sister went to Texas, was a graduate of Texas. She's from San Antonio, right down the road.
Oh, close nearby.
Yeah, and so me being from Louisiana, I wasn't a Texas fan growing up. I wasn't a fan of anything growing up. That's why I really had to do the recruiting process and took it very, very serious. And but now I'm here. I'm a Longhorn through and through, bleed burnt orange. But my wife, she was born to bleed burnt orange, and she always, when she was a cheerleader all through high school at Judson, she wanted
Rockets,
and she's a Rocket, Converse Judson. She wanted to be a cheerleader at the University of Texas, and she did it. So, yeah.
Two highly motivated people, man.
Yeah.
I will say that. Man, you guys. Yeah. I'm serious. If you get a chance and they're both at a tailgate this season,
yeah,
it's a toss-up to see. I would love to see who had the most fun with who as far as conversations, you or Summer. Because she is always smiling.
Yeah.
Well, both of you are.
Because we're positive people, man.
Because the Lees are positive individuals. 100%.
Yeah. I'm a positive guy.
I don't know who smiles more, the Lees or Norman Watkins.
Oh, man. And don't get us all together. We're going to smile you to death.
Oh, my God. And then, God, it's that whole group, you guys, Thomas, Baskin, everybody. That's just solid human beings. I know I say that too much, but it's true.
No, it's a good, fun group, man.
Man, good people, man.
Yeah.
Well, my brother, it's we're recording this late on a Sunday night. You just got back and rushed all the way from ABIA just to do this.
It's all good, man.
And much love for that.
I have it no other way. I love it. No,
it's fun. We have a lot, and I definitely want to bring this book up next time.
Oh, gotcha.
Because that's near and dear to you.
Yeah.
It is. A great family and a great father of Cole Pittman too, and we'll have some fun stories about both of them.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it, my brother. And I'll see you on campus. We'll probably get there at 2:00.
2:00
for the 7 p.m. game.
Hey man, White Claws, no,
never again. Never again. I
no
promise.
White Claws.
You will never see me with another White Claw in my hand. No. Now, if White Claw wants to sponsor us,
yeah,
it will be here sipping them.
Yeah. Yeah, White Claw sponsors it. I'll have it in my hand throughout the stadium. Just cut the check. Yeah, hold it up just like
Cut
that.
the check. I'll endorse it. You know, we'll continue the hot girl summer with a White Claw.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hey, it's the Pass Rush with our guy, Stevie Lee. That's installment number 2. And for my guy, the Stevie Lee and the OG Man Cave boys, that being Hardball Hards, Big Mike, and Coach Mo, we are out.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up.